And we are starting to transition right on into Strike a Chord. So if you actually physically or digitally pick up the record, you're going to know these tracks. And we got the one and only Carry the Day that's joining us on the Chris College Show, Millennial Talk Show. And we'll wait for them to kind of go in because you know how awkward it is with
They're
Zoom.
coming in right now.
We see their names. We see the faces.
That was my bad. I should have.
Hey, what's good, gentlemen? How you doing?
My bad.
Hey, rock and roll. We got the SoCal Punk Rockers. How's it going, my friends?
Doing pretty good, man.
Going great.
Hello. How are you guys surviving during these times? Because I know there's no question that the coronavirus has completely flipped the entertainment industry. And what is the band doing to stay active during these times?
Dude, I mean, the music industry itself's just like flipped over its head, you know, like we've kind of like fought against all the odds because, you know, if you're gonna want to get signed, you're not going to get signed at this time because record labels and promotion people and all these people, they're trying to make money off of live shows, and live shows aren't a thing anymore, you know, obviously. And right now, we've just been mainly focusing on like production for like our new stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny that you touched upon that, Chris, because it kind of gives me the overall question that I wanted to ask the whole entire band. How far would you guys go to start playing live music again? And I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Garth Brooks is set to do a 300 drive-in concert tour. I almost want to say 300 day, but he's doing 300 drive-in concerts.
I was about to mention that, actually.
Were you, Isaac?
Yes.
I mean, would you go that far? I mean, you look pretty casual right now. Are you just like just waking up in bed and you got no shirt on? I mean, that's basically the summer life of SoCal, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I love it. It's
I don't even have my contacts in, so I can't see any of you.
Hey, at least you're like this close with the computer, right?
Yeah.
But would you guys be willing to, if let's say your record label or anybody was like, hey guys, carry the day. I just got a 30-day drive-in concert tour. Would you guys do it? Because I know I got in Montclair, we got the Mishi Tiki Inn, and I'm sure you got other places, right? Would you go to that extent?
I'm sure we probably would, whatsoever.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, we were so excited to just practice for the first time in like 900 years. So it would feel good to play anywhere.
I feel you, because you guys don't have the luxury of like bands like Trivium who get to go to Florida, go to Full Sail University, and go put on a live stream concert. Like, you guys don't have that luxury. You're an up-and-coming band. And do you guys fear sometimes that some of your idols on a level who are slowly making up? Because when I always think about the bands that are fresh, like 5 years into the game, I'm really concerned for them when it comes to this pandemic. And is there any plans in the future for, well, when I say future, 2020, is there anything big that Carry the Day is trying to plan to try to fight back against COVID-19?
To not get defeated by the other band, not get discouraged, I'd say.
Okay.
What's going on?
I would actually say like this pandemic has kind of like flattened like the playing field for like all artists, because now these big national artists aren't touring like around nationwide. You know, everyone's kind of been just like watered down to like an internet band, if you will.
Sadly, on a level. I mean, it used to be SoundCloud, but that's not really a thing.
Yeah, I think it's actually an advantage for like up and coming bands like us at the same time, because you know, though like the market's like kind of saturated, like everyone's at the same level playing field. So
you know, it's funny that you say that. I think you're absolutely right, because I know Marissa and we always make a joke that, you know, all these late night talk show hosts, now that they've been forced out of the studios and having to do it at their home, they suck ass without their production value.
And I don't understand.
So bad.
No, honestly, I don't understand why they do, because they have so much money. They could easily hire a team to come in, get everything together, and make the production quality better. And you know what? At least shave your beards, guys. You're making millions of dollars. I don't want to see.
I know Luke's over here like, wait, what? I'm looking at myself. I trim, Marissa. This is a 2, okay? This is a 2.
Well, you don't make millions, okay? You're okay. When you make millions, I want clean face, baby face.
Smooth as a baby's ass. I love that.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll cancel my Dollar Shave Club. Or
well,
no, I won't cancel it.
Well, I want to throw this at Brandon, because I know, tell me the meaning to your song, Someone Else. What's that all about?
Well, There was a little bit of a personal background on Chris's part.
Ooh. But isn't
I
it
don't
always
know
great
how-
for the drummer to speak on a personal story like your vocalist? I mean, I think this is great. Tell the story of your bandmate.
I don't know how in-depth Chris wants me to go.
Well, why not? I mean, you're on a talk show. People want to know more. I mean, what's the meaning behind someone else?
You
Expose
tell
him,
him
Brandon.
how bad his life sucks.
Well, it's all virtual, right? He can't literally touch you at the moment. So if
Not
maybe
right
he can
now.
settle down.
All right, now,
Well, you got the drumsticks.
Well, maybe we should let the music speak for itself.
Ooh, we could do
Right.
that too. So hey, we're gonna start to play Carry the Day, and this song is called Someone Else. My dudes. That is straight fire.
Nice.
But I cringe every
Wow.
time I see that guitar start burning up. I'm like, no, don't burn the guitar. That's a nice one. What are you doing?
Where did
That
you
was
guys
not a
shoot
nice
that
one.
video? Where'd you shoot the video?
So we shot that video all the way up in Barstow. So we're from
Wow.
Portland, so that's like it's a
The
good
mission.
drive for sure.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, that is not Southern California desert at all. I don't know those mountain
No way,
ranges.
yeah. That was on a dry lake bed up there.
Well, that's
probably
got to
like
be
30
quite the
minutes up.
bonding experience, though, right? I mean, I really do. I love those music videos because you kind of miss that. I mean, back in the day. I mean, I remember Headbangers Ball. I used to see a lot of those kind of music videos where you actually see the band actually play for once.
Yeah.
You never really see that. And I think that's really cool. And I wanted to throw this at Brandon because I saw about 2 days ago, you guys actually had Josh from Issues actually try to figure out your breakdown, even in your own music. And that's got to be pretty huge because I actually went to an after party to Issues one time, way back. It was probably with Fallen in Reverse and Motionless in White. And they're some of the grooviest guys. And I know how cool that is to actually have someone that big in the industry, play your guys' music, especially on his, I believe it was his Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how was that experience like? Because he could not figure out your breakdown to save his life.
I mean, that was honestly surprising to say the least, because I mean, I never thought of that as very complicated. But I always thought it sounded great, so it was really cool to see him do his thing, try to get his take on that.
Definitely, man. I think that's really cool that there's like really you guys are the next up and coming band. I really do believe that you guys are going to be that next phenomenon for SoCal, because you guys do very much remind me of that kind of Pennywise influence and kind of just straight in your face. And I know, Marissa, you're about to say something too.
I was going to say something. So I have this thing about like pairing what music bands would make the baby of you guys.
Oh, my.
And so what I thought of if Descendants and Metallica had a baby, it would be you guys. Because if you listen to Descendants' Silly Girl, it's very similar to that song with the singing and everything, but the riffs, all that getting into the headbanging, that is Metallica style. Love it, love it, love it.
I think that's a fair comparison. That's pretty interesting. I like that. You guys are just adopted a child. Carry the day.
We're pretty much like a hybrid of like alternative rock and like a lot of influences from metal. Like everyone here has like a lot of influence from metal, I'd say.
I feel like, everybody, even in the hip hop realm, even if you're a fan of that, you do love the rock and roll and hard rock, but it feels like it's gone, at least in SoCal, which very much thrived on rock and roll music. Or
it feels like it's very watered down, at least, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
From, like, radio stations. I think I was talking to you earlier. Like
tell the listeners about this, because I had no idea about any of this.
So the interesting thing is now the station K-Rock, they don't let their their announcers say K-Rock anymore. They have to say KROQ now. So that's
weird. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's super weird. Yeah, if you listen to it, they always do it now.
It's got to be the drama with how to do with Kevin and Bean. I mean, they just fired the whole team, and now obviously they don't feel like they want to be representative of this kind of alternative rock, new metal. They want to be Foster the People, that same generic Garfield throw up nonsense. I'm sorry, it is. It's just the same repetitive crap. And I think with what you guys are doing, I think is something special. But before we get into your song Better Days, I wanted to throw this at. We'll do it with Luke and Isaac, okay? There's a memo that was provided to talent agencies by Live Nation where they're planning to decrease the guaranteed artist pay that you receive prior to a show. So they want to cut that down by 20%. Is Carry the Day afraid to see up-and-coming bands continue to dismantle with this move? Because they want to take 20% away from your pay cut, starting in 2021 when the pandemic is gone.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty, important part of playing live and, all that stuff. Us as a band, we've been paid once. Our very first gig, we got paid $100, which was, it was pretty cool, so seeing that amount decrease, which it's not a lot.
It's crazy. It's crazy because imagine if you guys went up to the city that you guys shot the music video at. You guys aren't making no money. You guys probably don't even have enough money to even buy Burger King as you're coming back down.
And 20% is a lot of money. People don't kind of realize that.
Yeah.
20% is seriously a lot of money, and it's total BS.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you have, Ticketmaster and Live Nation consistently want to ramp up the convenience fees, and that's not going down. Well, that's unfortunate, but all I know is we're about to be playing your guys' song, Better Days. So check this out. This is the band, Carry the Day.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, every time I hear that song, it's not, that slow R&B, and that hip hop, I don't turn into a simp. But when I hear this song, it kind of makes me feel like I'm like, what am I doing at 26 years old? With no love life. I'm feeling sad. I want to feel sad for something. I want to see better days. And that's when I heard this song. I felt like a simp. So I don't know if that's exactly what you guys are trying to go for, but I felt kind of like I love it. It's upbeat, but then at the same time, I'm sitting there kind of reflected, and I'm sure I know you guys' faces.
Well,
You're
Chris,
like,
you only have
"That's not
6
the
months.
message."
You only have 6 months to up your dating game, because that's it.
That's true. But yeah, so what's really the hidden message between Better Days?
I'd say like the hidden message. I guess I wrote this song because like, you know, I was always kind of like in the song. I say like sleeping my life away, you know. So like
Yeah.
you know, you take time to like reflect back on your life and like see. I just saw that I wasn't really doing anything, you know. Like some things need to change, and you need to initiate that change. So that's kind of like what I brought Better Days for. So
I like
people can
that.
reflect back, and you know, they can make the change themselves. You know.
I mean, that's definitely very relevant now, especially when we're all on stay-at-home orders and very locked in. But I just want to say, I think that's very cool and very powerful. And for all the listeners that are just listening to Carry the Day, where can they follow you guys on social media?
We're on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, everything you can imagine.
Hey, that's what I like to talk about. And you guys are the next kick-ass band here at SoCal. This is one last time, Carry the Day. Thank you guys for joining the Chris College Show. Millennial
Thank you guys
Talk
for having
Show.
us.
Thank you.
All right, of
Thank
course.
you.
And if you like what you're listening to, please go to thechriscollinsshow.com and become a member today and get that free CCS t-shirt.
The green screen. Let's go. Well, thank you guys. This is the one and only Carry the Day. Thanks, guys.